could be accused of promoting, and we do none of the two.
If
We could make jokes about the politicians, we could make joke about the pastor, the pandit, the meiji. We could make joke about a minister, the president, the police commissioner, but we can't make joke after the gay community, right? They're upset, and when we do it and we have some fun about it, people are saying that we promoting it. And drama is mirroring society, and we do comedy and we do mostly joke and things like that. So that's a part of my view on the whole situation. But to get a broader perspective about it, we have our lone female here. We call her Sunflower, and so she's on social media as well a lot. Tell us a little bit of yourself, and then going to tell us your opinion, your view on this particular topic.
Well, social media, I'm mostly on TikTok. I make a lot of TikTok videos where I speak on social topics. I've never commented on the LGBT community because, as you said, that is a whole...
ticklish?
Yeah, very. And you have to be very careful with what you say or what you choose to comment on, because they will come for you.
Especially
even if
media.
it is good or but whatever, I just stay away from it.
Well, this is the program for them. Because they can call and make the contribution.
Right. But my views on it is people have their own lives to live. And aside from the LGBT community, there are so many other things going on which we would see as wrong. And I feel like society places more emphasis on that for some reason. I don't. I mean, I have my preference. I would not say I am a member, I'm supportive or whatever, but I would not discriminate. I would not pick on them or do anything like that, because I have friends who are a part of such, and I love them. I interact with them every day. You know, we're really cool. So I don't really find myself in the mix-up of, calling them out and stuff like that, but I stay away from it because, as Chris said, it is ticklish, and I don't like to be tickled. I don't like a tickle at all.
So how about, I got a question for you before we move on to anybody else. How about your honest opinion about it? Are you that afraid that you wouldn't share your honest view? What do you think? The question is, how should society respond to the people of different sexual preferences? How should we deal with it?
I feel like society should mind their own business and leave people alone. That's generally how I see it. Just let people be who they choose to be, as long as they're not interfering with you. I know there's some members of the LGBT community who are very aggressive and flamboyant in their ways, and they might try to come in the path of others. But if people live in their life and minding their own business, allow them to do whatever they want to do. If you're a Christian, you believe that they will have their judgment or whatever, they got answer to God. You just mind your business.
So what about protecting society? As some pastors would say, right? They call them out because they said that's their duty as a man carrying the word of God. You understand me? They are supposed to see, like if people are doing crime and things like that, right, there are elders, there are groups which will come out and fight against those things and speak about those things and against it, so as to rid our society of what is basically going wrong with the society.
Really wrong with
so I'm asking the question, what should our religious leaders do and things like that? Should they just be afraid of this particular one? You could talk about crime, you could talk about everything, but should they be? Let me move to Kunchi for the time being. Kunchi, they say you got no sense.
No,
so I bring you this program to prove it. Leave out the talk to you.
Yeah. So basically on the topic, for me, everybody got a whole life to live. They say judge not. Those who without a sin cast before a stone. These individuals, they live in their life. They feel that they're supposed to be females. There was probably a little mix up at birth and all these things. But me, I'm not judgmental because I have friends who are gays, You know what I mean? I have family members, and I'm not afraid to say it. You know what I mean? So I think if they, at the end of the day, the last saying is the Almighty. He do the judging. None of us. We could talk from now till tomorrow, and we're still seeing more gates adding all the time. It's like nothing is changing. So for me, I dem a corner. They don't come around me. You know me. Nobody know me say coach, I want to get this Bamsi. Or I want to kill or nothing.
You never get off for your vex.
I was never disrespected or nothing. So you know me, why trouble them? I mean that the pulpit for when they come to judge them. You know me, I will be judged too. You know me, probably on a different forum or whatsoever.
Something else.
You know me, so I live in me truth, live in me life, and I mind my own business.
Alright, so we got some comments on the live, right? Miguel Berry is saying we should accept them and treat them equally because we don't know the reasons behind their preferences.
But they accept the criminals and treating them.
Who accept criminals?
But we know who we can call them. A lot of people, because some of them they collecting the monies and all these things that they're doing. So what's the difference? It's only that this person is using the Bamsi probably for do what they gotta do.
But remember, I could still, let's say if there's the community, I can still not be for the community. I don't see why if somebody is saying, oh, I'm against the LGBT community, why people see them as such a bad person for not accepting and uplifting and hugging and so that particular community. I don't see nothing wrong. Everybody got a preference.
Meeting is right.
Let me big up Calvin. By Calvin watching. Calvin, big up yourself. Congratulations on those awards by
enough trophy.
Yeah, it was the trophy. The man get them trophy bigger than me. I envy you. Yeah.
Don't worry, we ain't gonna TV trophy.
My thing is, because I when I flow in, I walk through, I go and get everything.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Flow, could you flow?
You don't accept. Some people don't accept them, right? And let me talk for some promoters. But when they come to spend their money at your party, you're allowing them in, but you don't accept them. But they could come and spend their money.
Yeah, and they spend good money.
They spend real money. Some of the people from the LGP, they're in big position. You're working for them. You know what I mean? If you're not accepting them, why are you gonna work for them?
Point taken.
So, Chris, let me ask you this question: as a religious leader and thing, right? You're not, but I say,
I wonder if I was a religious leader, I would tell you, you're on point. I am with the religion of mosquitoes.
What? I really didn't even understand you. What do you think a religious leader, how should a religious leader respond to a situation of, like, let's say homosexuality, same sex?
I don't know how a religious leader is supposed to respond, but as a human being, you have...
But they didn't ask you as a human.
Alright, fine. A religious leader would be torn between his own personal upbringing and whatever he learned from whatever teachings he had through Bible school, wherever he was taught coming up, and he was taught how to think. You understand? But as any right-thinking human being, Bible said, alright, fine.
I didn't ask you. You're diverting from a question. You're beating around the bush, and you're running from the question. I said, let's look at a religious leader, pastor, that follows. How should he respond?
Alright, fine. I don't know much about pastors, but I know about priests, right? Pastor and priest is not the same thing. It's not the same thing. The difference is a pastor is allowed to get married, a priest is not.
Alright, good.
There's a big difference.
Alright, good,
right?
Good, buddy. Alright.
Now, as any religious leader, bottom line is you're religious. In no religion does teach you to do nothing bad. Right?
Right.
In no religion teach you evil. In no religion teach you nothing bad. So what you supposed?
But you're preaching the word of God,
which you're supposed to preach forgiveness, big time, regardless of who you are, what you do.
That is it.
So should you stand up in your church and talk against homosexuality?
If you're saying forgive and forget,
trans.
It doesn't matter what you are or who you are. Be you.
But,
So they should not.
course.
Are you saying that?
You should not.
They should not
No,
speak
you should
against
not.
it.
You should not.
Well, that's a point I'm asking, but you're going wrong. I put you on
Because you come straight. You're going wrong.
Benin.
but they speak against other things too, like you shouldn't murder, you shouldn't steal. When
You shouldn't throw small change.
Yes,
So
that is one that they speak
And
up
like
very
even
well.
if they're speaking forgiveness, they would still have to say, well, oh, you don't accept this because this is not in the word. They can still preach it. They should.
I hear one pastor say here, he's not going to attack the LGBTQ community. But he will talk against it because it's of his right. He's supposed to, as a man of God,
I heard that.
as a man with the message.
I
Hold on.
heard that.
I think
If he's putting out the message here, if you're a religious leader, I would love if you could call our program.
so.
tonight,
Brennan
please.
Thompson is saying, but they have a lot of gay pastors.
That is it.
It's like open or they just
Brennan, you serious?
not open.
Open or not, it is what it is.
Well, it is be open behind closed doors. Wherever it is.
And not no door don't close the land. You know, we gotta open that, you know what I mean? So the public eyes could see and view what is going on.
Maria, and that's Anne, my very good friend, thanks for watching. Krisha King. And we want to thank everybody that's on the live right now. We would love your contribution, and yeah, I promised the last time that we're going to read, and Chris's demand is going to be dealing with or people with the comments. We want to get a couple of the comments from the people.
I'm reading. So Laura Marie is saying, yet religious leaders would also need to be compassionate and consider the feelings of such people. A religious leader would need to respond on what the Bible says and not what is considered right by religion.
Right. So it's much better if you could try to give us a call and let us hear what you. Wow, somebody was giving me a call just now, and then they
call and hang up.
they probably hung up. Let me see.
Yeah,
Feel free.
Back, man.
Feel to. I didn't answer it on time. Feel free to give a call. Now, Jomo, you're pretty quiet. What happened? You scared too?
Very ticklish.
Tell me your honest opinion.
I've been listening.
I want to ask you how a
Alright,
religious
good.
leader should respond.
Listen. First thing, this is how the thing is, right?
Yeah.
Everybody has said, you got a life to live. Everybody got a life to live. That's fine,
Yeah.
right? But the same way, the community needs people to accept them. You gotta accept if a person is not or for. Alright? This is how it works. You can't force people to like things that they don't like. Even though they have to be they have to respect your choice. You can't force a person. You can't go to a religious man and tell you, well, oh, you gotta accept this. He doesn't have to. He can respect what you're doing or respect whatever choices you have, right? But you don't have to like it. You understand? So when we're talking about these kind of conversations are very sensitive in a sense, but at the same time, if you're speaking about it, you have to be real about it. Being direct is fine, but at the same time, you were saying if you go to a pastor, not the pastor, regardless of who is what and who is wherever, they have what they've learned and what they preach. And they don't have to support that if they don't want to. So even though they have to show the respect for it, you understand? It's a choice. Everything that happens today is a choice. You understand? It's either you're for
Hold the Brenda. Hold the Brenda.
It's either you're for or you're not for it. And if somebody doesn't like it, you still have to respect them the same way. Just as how you'd want somebody to accept, you understand, your way and your style of living. right? I got a man through the area every day. He just drink every single day. And every time you call him for work, he want 200. You know what you gotta do? You gotta drink first.
Before you walk.
Now when he's sober and we sit down in conversation and we speak to, and you talk to him, you realize he got your own things going on. And there's a reason why he drinks every single day. You understand? I would ask him like, yo, I don't like when you drinking every day, you know, when you were sober, you were more cool and them kind of stuff. You understand me? But he said there's reasons for him. And he said, you may have to understand and I respect because nobody never talked to me and tell me these things. You understand? Instead of encouraging me, let's come and give me more drink and drink for drink. You understand me? So you gotta understand, if somebody doesn't like something, you have to respect that opinion. As for me, like we say, everybody got their own life to live. You understand? You respect. So if I don't like something, you still gotta respect my opinion, right? As I gotta respect your life. And this is where the bottom line is. Acceptance. You understand? Because you can't force something that a lot of people don't really appreciate or is a part of. You understand? If this man don't like green, he like green. But at least you still got respect if you don't like your green or red or blue or this thing. That's his choice. And this is my take on it. I don't disrespect or these kind of things because, like I said, the point is everybody got a life to live, and society has been, you know, there's so much things happening in society now, you're forced to accept it. And that's where the problem comes in.
I answered Jumbi question
and this
straight.
is real.
Good. I understand what you're saying very well.
Yeah.
But he asked a straight question, and I answer.
You could ask me.
Here is the thing, right? She said it. Sunflower said that you find our leaders, whether it's a religious leader or a society leader or, you know, or political leaders or whatever, right? They'll talk against a thief, criminals, right? They'll talk against people who committing fraud, right? Government officials that are doing wrong things, right? They'll talk against people in society who are doing wrong things, people who could be perceived as bad people. That we talk seriously, we talk about our feelings and our opinion, and we try to what should I say, make a model for our society, because our teachers and so on must teach the right things, must go against certain things to give us like a manual or a guideline towards life, like the Bible is like a manual to life, right? Most the Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, like a manual as to how we should live. If you're that person, you're preaching these words and you believe in these words, should you stay away from calling out, or guiding the youth and letting them know that this is wrong, and they should not steal, they should not commit adultery, they should not.
You come back to the same thing though, right? All of these things are what you consider if you're talking, because as for me, what I understand it right now, you're on the specifics of a pastor or how we should react.
A religious leader.
A religious leader, but I already answer you. Remember, they have their own beliefs, you know.
Yeah.
Good. And the thing is it, like I just say, you can't force them to accept that. They could respect it, right? They could respect it. No, they could respect your choice of how you want to live. But he as a person, you don't have to preach about that and say, well, it's right or it's wrong.
You don't have to.
No,
So you just left out certain parts of the Bible.
no.
Preaching about certain parts of the Bible, but left out certain.
No. It comes back to one thing: choice. It's like you ask me a question, right? And I'm saying to you, if it was his teachings and what he learned and how he grew up and everything, that's his teachings, right? When he goes into the church and he got teach and guide, he knows one way. The choice of accepting something different is up to him.
I was asking you
Right.
if he should.
But I'm saying to you
Talk against it.
I'm saying to you again, just as how he's speaking against crime, he's speaking against wherever. If he feels that that is not what he likes, he could speak against that too, because that's his choice.
It's not even
Is
about
he
what he
supposed to?
likes.
No, he could if he
No,
wants
I'm asking if you
to.
could
He has
ask me if he's supposed to. You were saying,
He has to, because it's
Then the
part
Bible-
of society, right? So he's speaking about it, right? He's speaking about it is because it's in society. It's one of the things, right? One of the things that is part of society that he has to teach. See, if he chooses to speak against it, that's him.
But even in speaking against it, going on the pulpit and saying, "Oh, this is wrong" or whatever, as Chris said, there's forgiveness and all the other things in the
Yeah,
Bible.
so,
I'm not
there's a
coming to
difference.
throw a stone and kill you. But if I'm saying this is wrong, as a church, we don't accept this, but we still love you.
all right, good. Well, you're supposed to preach the word out in the open. You're supposed to go in the streets and spread the word and things like that. You're supposed to talk against what you believe God is against.
Right.
And you're supposed to go out and talk about it. We got a lot of people protesting the LGBTQ community.
Because
We
that's
got the
how they
LGBTQ
feel.
community
That's how they
protesting
feel.
and fighting for their rights
That's how
and
they
to be
feel.
accepted.
You know, God, you see, that's what I just said. There is acceptance. Look, society and how it is, like for me, however a person choose to live, they can. It's your choice. Because at the end of the day, all the wrong and right is what we were taught. But more so, wrong and right basically for me comes from what you feel. Because if I going down the road and some car, how much time is go down the road sometime and something tell you, hey, don't walk on this car in the heat. But you know what you do? You say, bye, you want to reach home quick. So you run away from there and you walk your own way. Next thing you know, bop, you get robbed. Or something happen, hold on. Or something happen. So as much as you might fighting for somebody to accept you, right? You still have to respect their opinions and how they feel about certain things. That's really healing.
So basically you're saying, okay, if I want you to respect me for being a pencil, but you don't like pencils,
Good.
I must respect you for not liking pencils, just as I want you to respect me for being a pencil.
Exactly, because that is
Fair
where
enough.
that is the healing process. That is where you get the acceptance, right? And if this is your life, right, is you can't force the life on someone else. You understand?
Right.
You have to leave that.
So you're saying I respect you for being you, but respect me for not wanting to be a part of you.
Be a part of whatever. I still respect you. Still my brother. You're still my brethren. You're still my friend. Whatever, right? And we live two different lives. And because they got relationships like that, you know. They got people who got friends are on the different side, or whoever try to choose. But it's still.
I hear you loud and clear. Just trying to translate a little bit.
We're addressing this, we're talking about it. This is a very debatable topic, and it got many different aspects of it as well that we got to discuss. Now, there are some serious questions that people may want to ask, and we're telling you, feel free to give us a call. Drop in the comments, we will read them. Chris,
Well, I'm
will
telling
be-
you, I'm waiting for you to give me a minute. Terrence John is here and he's saying, I think it's very wrong. The Bible is very clear about things. If one read the Bible, then you won't go down that road. I don't think it is that simple. Right? I'm saying I don't think it is that simple. He stopped at, if you read the Bible, you won't go down that road, right?
What do we people who don't know?
Natalia saying,
Huh?
man wrote the Bible, God didn't write it.
Right?
And now somebody is saying, so is the Bible a true book?
Right.
They're asking that question.
Even some leaders, Fenella is saying, even some leaders that teaches wrong from right end up making mistakes and so on.
We all make mistakes.
But this will be coming back to this will be coming back to the same thing. It's a topic, but it's part of society, and in one word is acceptance. You understand? And it is very easy, right? It's just as much as you want to accept you as a duck and as a quack. I go to dog.
Here, I want us to move this conversation a little bit in the direction that we are all a part of our community, by large a part of this world, that our children will grow up in, and our grandchildren or the next generation will grow up. Are we not supposed to be teachers? Are we not supposed to be people who set the standard and speak up against crime, speak up against wrongdoing, speak up and set a kind of a manual, a platform of life? Hold on, right? Are we supposed to do that? Are we supposed to call out? Because that's what, some people just pass through life. Just a moment. Some people just pass through life. And in my mind, I believe that you got to make an impact. You were born, you came into this world, make an impact. Make your presence felt. Don't just flow through and come. So you got a contribution to make. And in order for us to speak up against ills of society, things that are wrong and so on, I am asking the question, and the question is here, how should society respond to people with different sexual? But before we continue, I just want to say a big thanks to our sponsors, because this program is made possible by Payless Variety Stores, Paul Importers and Distributors, Roy's Pharmacy, the Guyana Community Services, and Nothing to Laugh About, that is coming up on the 29th and 30th of July. That's the big show, and we are looking forward to people coming out and enjoying the July. Right?
Gone to July?
Yes, Nothing to Laugh About is 29th and 30th of July. I hope I'm wrong. I can't be, right? So, but we'd like to encourage you to support the people that are supporting our program, because they're supporting positive things in life. Payless Variety Store, for instance, they've got the sales still going on and so on. They got their Shop and Win promotion. You can win on the spot in the store at any time. So people, please go down to either Vreed and Hope, 28 Stelling Road, Vreed and Hope. You can go to Butchers Road, or in Parika. You could go to Strand and Pitt Street, New Amsterdam, in Borby, 62 Public Road, Rosal Tongue in Quarantine, and of course 42 Wellington Street in Georgetown. And visit the Payless Variety Stores. Paul's Importers and Distributors for all your vehicular needs. Make sure that you drive safe, get the right brand of spare parts for your vehicle. You need to get the windscreen wiper, because your vision is very important, the right braking system for your vehicle, and they can scientifically explain to you which is the right thing for your vehicle and so on, right? So make sure that you check out Paul's, and they're on Garnet Street, like as soon as you left Royal Castle and you go down before you reach Stone Avenue, go down to Paul's, get the best advice and so on for your vehicle. And of course, Roy's Pharmacy in Border Market, make sure that you check them out. Get your OTC, over-the-counter drugs, and your prescription drugs and so on. Many times you go with prescription and you're getting this and you're getting that. You go to Roy's Pharmacy, you get it all. And they do free delivery around Georgetown and so on, right? So after we would have said that nice thanks to our sponsors, we want you to support them as well. Let us get right back into our topic. I'm here with a lovely group of friends here. We sit down, we gaffing and thing, right? A call is coming in, so let us take that call. Caller, good night.
Good night. I'm listening to the conversation and I just want to make a point. First, I heard Mr. Jones, I think it was 2 programs before, said that this thing at the cultural center will be June. And tonight I'm hearing July. He got to make up his mind, or maybe he's doing the program June and July. That's the first thing.
I don't know which month is June or which month is July. It is June. Look, Chris, show me.
That's what you said, sir. You
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah, he said corrected.
No slip. I stand corrected. I gotta try. I know why I keep doing this July thing.
Because I'm not sure if you want to do the program to be at the culture center both months. It needs that kind of thing. The culture center needs that kind of programming right now because I haven't seen anything done there. Maybe they had something there, I understand today. But then coming back to the what you were asking before, right?
Yeah.
You said you love DJ Akilo. I am sure that is how you feel about him. But then when you start the program like that, saying that, you go in a different way. You understand? You're telling us something that you and DJ Akilo knows something about some other thing. And then I know the song that the people made one time, Around the Culture Center, and you were with that too. So I'm wondering exactly how much ways you go in. Or are you for everything? Comment. Thank you very much.
Let me respond. First of all, I'd like to say that, we give our opinions, we give our views, but by no means we're saying it's written in stone. You don't have to follow. We're just sharing. We're creating a platform here for discussion so that we can clarify certain things and so on. So we respect people who even go against our views. I stand to be corrected in many ways, and so I'm happy that people can think for themselves. And that's why I always tell people, on social media, on any platform that is available to us, we can be misguided, we can be brainwashed. So please, not because a man is of a certain standing in society, you take everything we say as gospel. So I'm happy for these people. We call them here to share how they feel about it and give their honest view. And so if somebody think differently or somebody is against how they think, please don't go after them, don't attack them, because I generally ask them how they feel because I want a general consensus about this whole topic. It's something that's being discussed. People are afraid of it. They will stay off of it. And I am very willing to have an honest conversation about it.
Take the lashes fade.
People are so silly
They could attack me,
to
are you
take
serious?
your views, because that's exactly what we're saying here. We're talking about, people's preferences. I think I heard it from most of you. You're saying that judgment, it should be left to the Father. And even the pastors should not be judging people. Because the Bible, the same Bible says you must not judge people. Why not left the people alone? Do not judge them. But how should society respond to those things? Should we not be teaching the right thing anymore? Should we be afraid because the thief men gonna come for we when we talk against the thief?
You gotta know which topic you're dealing with. We can't deal with thief men and deal with the different
ills
preferences
of
with people.
society. Listen, ills of society and wrong.
Let me
Go ahead.
Alright, my thing, how I see life, I know everybody got their own meaning, everybody got their own thinking. But how I see lifespan is like if everybody lifespan was already written. It's like you're gonna be gay, you're gonna be a thief, you're gonna be a police, you're gonna be like no. If all of we know wanted to be police, right? Who will go empty the bin? Who will do garbage work? Eh? who gonna do background work? Who gonna be doctors?
And all is important.
And everybody plays a role. There's, you know, it might sound a little ticklish. There's no thief, there's no job for prison officers. Because nobody got in jail. Nobody committing no crime. I don't know, the world is so messed up. It's like, you just have to live your life.
Look, let me just make this. You see, like I
So
said,
we don't set standards the more we don't.
No. It's not about standards. For me personally, looking at society, there's no standard anymore. There's just a choice, and that's real. Whatever you want to be, whoever you want to be, that's it. And everybody, we can't stop. No, it's not the wild. We are in the wild west. We can't run. No, wait. We can't run away from the reality. Because say why? You might stand for something, and somebody else might stand for something. Right? Now I'm saying this. This is a very serious topic because it's deeper than where we are. To me, it's like, yes, you want, you know, the acceptance, and that's fine. But we've been saying that all the time. It comes from me saying, I accept you for who you are, but accept me for who I am too. That's what it is, right? But at the same time, saying that is to say this situation and this topic is deeper, and it goes to a point where even some of the people who are of that community wouldn't even take it. They're against some of the things that happens in that same set community. And when you bring the topic, there is so much you could see about it.
Oh, there's a whole lot.
There's a lot about it, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's deeper than just asking the question how society should.
He's looking at the other side of the coin.
Exit.
Right? He's looking at the other side of the coin, because if you look at the flip side, where these people are actually concerned, a lot of them, they didn't want to be that way. Some of them were abused until they ended up liking how they are, and staying that way.
Now, coming back in the days, how we end up in this whole, remember at first they say it was a whole loving society, blah before Adam eat the apple and all these things. So how, remember now you got to start from the root to know where the problem starts from.
You see, it comes from we're in a systematic situation, right? We're living in a time now where everything is programmed to be the way it is. If you look at some of the TV programs your children look at now, right? There's certain things in there when it concerns this same topic that you wouldn't want your son or daughter to look at.
But this isn't happening now. This is since Roman times.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, it's a system. It was already there, but what happened now? You see, a lot of people use freedom as an excuse to do a lot of crap, right? Because you're free to do whatever, right? It's like I said, we live in a time now where you have to accept certain things and just live the way you choose to live and what you want your children to learn. You understand? And if you and the same way somebody wants you to respect them and their lifestyle, the same way they have to respect your opinion, because they have an opinion about it. Now, to the people who have been abused and all these things happen. You know, they got thief men who never wanted to steal, but the system and society caused them.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So this is just
there is a flip side.
This every single thing that we're living today and facing is the system, and it comes down to one thing: choice. And you have to respect a person's choice. You can't kill a man for how he feels.
So you got two words. You got choice and acceptance.
That's it.
All right.
But remember, right? Everything starts from the root. What the men them did doing back in the days when they had no female walking the earth?
When was that?
There wasn't men, there was man.
If
Man or several.
I feel like
Eddie Griffin would tell you.
if we be fair with the term acceptance, we wouldn't need it. If we be fair with the term acceptance, the people who choose their own sexuality, if we respect and accept, as he said, we accept, you know, these people choose their life, this is what they're doing, without like calling them out and bashing them and doing the most as we doing, they wouldn't feel to find a need to fight for their acceptance. Likewise, the same way you want to be accepted in society, you're a part of whatever sexuality, you have to respect that. I don't stand for it. That's just me, right? As long as I don't do anything within my human, you know, right against whatever you choose, I don't see there's a problem, right? Because I have friends who have different sexualities, and tell you I love them, we go out, whatever, but I don't stand for it. Like there's not something that I would engage in, but I won't call them out.
You won't get the problem because when you're a female, then I can see no problem though. Now if we as male
people see
got a
the
friend,
pastor would see a problem with the yes.
person got time it though. If the pastor see me or a male person got a transgender or whatsoever, then they're gonna label we totally different. You know much people they're not gonna come out and talk about the females them who are gays and these things. They talk about the male perspective.
So that's why I like Joe Bad. I can tell you this. How I grew, I was taught not to like people of different persuasion. If you're gay, I was taught not to like you. But theater changed everything. You see Mars? Let me tell you something. Mars was one of the best friends I had. We used to go out and drink and hang out together. But Mars knew, just like she's saying, they got this line here. May use body friend. We hang out, we drink, we line, we do it. But you see this line here?
Don't cross.
Don't cross this line.
That's it.
You cross this line, the friendship done. Right? Because this is you. I respect you.
Good.
You do
With that,
you.
with
You
that
could do you
acceptance
with me
from
here.
respect, though.
You could do you with me here. But don't bring you to me.
That is it.
I may sound repetitive.
Right?
I may sound that I'm going back to the one thing, but it's because of the question that we're asking tonight, right? How should society respond to people of different sexual preferences?
Well, we represent society and we are saying you have your choice.
No,
We can't tell them overthink them.
No, we can't say how society
No, hold
should
on.
respond.
Hold on. We have schools, we have teachers, and we have our society where our senior citizens, because I always say we would need to go back to the old days. The children these days are so indisciplined. You got a comment you want to read? Read a comment.
Yeah, brother says if you identify as a cat or a dog, then you should be put in a pen.
See that?
But
Right.
but the same school days though, their books and teachings and stuff with the same different sexualities, and there are people who don't want their children to learn that, but it's still a part of the curriculum.
But
So
some of
it's
the
like-
but
it's
some
like
of the teachers
you will respect
some
the
of the
fact that I
teachers them
don't
are from
want-
the community.
But
Yeah,
hold
but
on, hold
I
on.
don't want my child to learn
But
that.
look, you see, we're running from this thing, you know. You see,
That don't mean that I'm against
we gonna be
them,
talking
I'm
about the
fighting
same thing all the time. It's one thing. You ask a question, and we answer the question as part of society. We're not bashing, disrespecting, or anything, and we're saying, right? Just as the pastor would say, or anybody else would say, this is what it is. If this is blue or you wearing blue, that's for you. You just use a perfect example of what it is, because you know at the same point that you were respected for to how you are, for who you are.
Of course.
And that's what I just said too.
Of course.
This thing is deeper than that. There is people in the community who doesn't support certain things.
And I can give you an example. I can give
you
an example of that too. Because we were in Essequibo, right? We had charity and we waiting for Jumpy and everybody else turn up. Me, Mars, Michael, we turn up early. Now them boys gone upstairs to, check out the rooms and so on. And me and Mars downstairs, and Mars like, I drink my GT beer. Let me go to the bar. And I said, well, all right. So we at the bar, we collect my drinks, we sit at the table. And a drunk dude walk in and he told Mars, he said, hey Mars, you got a Portuguese one now, bye. And Mars pick you up by your throat and put you in the wall and say, apologize. That is my friend and you need to apologize.
Right.
So
But there's what I think that is where the problem comes. where these people, if the people make their choices, you don't have to feel the need to come and say, hey, who you doing is wrong, or bash people and say, oh gosh, like some people can't walk peacefully in town without people throwing slurs at them. You don't have to do that. If I don't accept it, that is my preference. I let you
Keep
go
it
your way,
to
but don't harass
yourself.
people.
So, your question has been answered in 300 million ways at 3 million times. And if you ask it again, you'll get the same answer.
So let me catch another comment here. Sean Peterson, he says, good night everyone. First time watching your program. A pastor should not preach about anyone's sexual preference because God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Right? So that's Sean Peterson's
Yeah,
comment.
Rajan Tiwari watching. He said good night.
Hallelujah.
So, here's my thing. I am talking about, I truly believe.
You know, there's an next part of this you could go say. This question that you asking for the 3 million times.
What is the question I'm asking?
The question is, how should society respond?
No. I'm talking something.
Oh, but the pastor?
No.
But you
Listen
going for
to
something
me.
else?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I'm
the same question.
teachers, right? No, listen to me, right? We got some issues whereby when we look at society, right? And people are talking about the breakdown in society. I bring a beer there for country, man, right?
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, let me explain this thing clearly. We have teachers and we got a breakdown in society. And a lot of times we just be saying that not just academics or teachers should teach. They should have moments during the classroom where our teacher could teach morals, standards, and things like that.
But it don't have to be about that.
Right. No, it don't got to be about that. I'm saying that if you're teaching morals and you're teaching and you're raising a generation of people and you want them to be guided by certain
Good, so that's respect consent.
Well,
The moral is
You're not waiting.
though is to respect.
You're not waiting.
That's
Let
one
him
though.
finish. Let him
I am
finish.
saying, should they teach that children should not be delinquent, should go out there and steal? Should they teach that we should get respect for elders?
They should.
Shouldn't teachers help teach our children?
Yeah.
Like our parents, right? Shouldn't they help teach about respect for others? Shouldn't they teach about certain things that are ills to society?
They should.
So that's what I'm asking.
But that's what we talking about all the time. We spoke about respecting someone's choice, how they choose to live, and they do the same thing in respect.
All right, good. Well, I'm just changing it around a little bit. I'm just saying
You come
that
back to the same thing.
No, yes, I am. I'm saying that if we could talk about the thieves, and we could try to tell our children, don't grow up like that, don't grow up to be a murderer, don't grow up to be stealing is wrong, doing anything. Adultery is wrong. Don't go about doing things like that and so on.
Should we?
That you get
No, but you said
wrong.
but here what happened? Here you said.
Should we as a society
Hold on.
Say that this is wrong.
Now,
stand up against
now that you say
whatever
that,
you're saying is wrong?
Yeah, but now
should we
that-
teach our children that, or should we just say give up? The world is the way it is. Like what he said, the world is chaos right now. The world going in the own way, and let me just
I didn't get it better anytime soon.
accept is he thing. Accept the way it is, and we live by it.
No.
We should no longer be policing.
That is not what I said. No. Listen.
Okay.
You speaking. Right, you going wrong like the wrong this table.
Hey, it's true. It is true.
No, because here what?
That is one topic we dealing
Good.
with.
You talk about morals, and part of a person's morals is respect, right? Teaching someone to respect people for who they are and all them things. We already touched on that. We've been through that. We said that on more than one occasion.
What did you say?
We said we could respect someone's life and how they want to live, and they should respect your opinion and how you choose to live also. Then we wouldn't have to fight, right? So, at the end of the day, this is deeper than just the question that you're asking. And we've already answered that on many.
But John, I think you're asking if society should speak out on the sexuality of others.
Or should not.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, all the time.
But
That's the
society-
question.
That's part of society.
That's the topic.
But that's what they're doing. That's what I'm saying. When society speaks up, people get angry. It's like if that's you and I don't like it, you upset with me because I'm speaking about it. You can't. It's society. It's part of society. It's whether you like it or you don't. Everybody have their preference. So you find people that got different feelings and different takes on different things. You have to choose your piece. And if my piece is, if the man is fight kung fu and I can't fight,
But society don't see it as
You
the
know,
same.
right? Just because me doing comedy, and I tell you, it's comedy I do. The whole world know. I have a brother that I don't talk to for years because he say he don't have a gay brother. It left me
just
puzzled
as
because
pepper.
I doing meeting, but when he need representation and I need a problem,
Yeah, you-
the same person that called a gay brother he used to come for representee. So what I do after he started talking these things is I say no, I serious person, maybe don't care, from you can respect this comedy I doing, you want to put in a different narrative, I cut you off.
Right.
Because you adding nothing to me, like you know, but just because you the wrong certain type of people and you feel that what I doing, I should not be doing it. I should be doing something else. He just smoke the most weed. When you see he look like junkie, I can't tell you, hey, don't smoke the weed them because you look messed up with these things. So does you choice?
Right.
I allow you to live your life.
And
I get me
society
other
will-
brothers and rasta. This be choosing them and he's the one I expect to be like say, hey, Kunchi, me like the he's a rasta and me this me life, as a comedian and he accept me do my thing because at the end of the day I make him a
And
bread,
show you
I
the
pay him a
respect.
bills and all these things here. So me like become again just a choice. Everybody got a choice because when we get into the crossroad, you feel like say Chris, I gotta get a little judgment come. You say, I can't everybody got their own judgment.
you can't vex with a person speaking their truth. That is their truth.
But it's not
That is-
speaking the truth. It's the action. People that actually harass these people for
No,
what
we
they
understand
choose,
that,
you
but
know.
hold on, is there are situations where yes, that is true. There are situations where some people, take it in the same community, take it to a different extent too, where they also get disrespectful, and this is where the whole breakdown comes. Nobody respects one another anymore. You understand? Because there are situations like that. Must look, all the cussing out and all these kind of things. I just want to know where we are now, and that is because we don't respect each other anymore. We don't respect each other anymore. No respect has become a choice. I choose to respect you. But look,
Because it's you.
if a man got money, he get more respect than the man who don't have none. You understand? So even if me, choose to respect others and leave everything else to where it's supposed to be until that time, you get a problem, right? And this is where the breakdown is. We're not respecting each other. There's no other way you could put it. You could go around the bush and all the way you want to go at the same time. The thing is respecting people for who they are. You don't have to like it, but if that's what they choose,
Just like it.
that's what they choose.
Yeah, but you gone far. Go ahead,
Let me give you a scenario.
No, go ahead.
A young lady who I used to deal with in the past, we sleep together and all these things. So, reach out to me late last year. She said, Kunchi, I don't really like the things that you just do with your crowds, dressing and all these things. I know this is what you're doing to feed your family, but I don't really like it and all these things. So I said, well, she telling me now if I could do something else. Now I'm in a well-paying job, doing what I'm doing. So I give her 2 weeks. No conversation. I reach out back to her. I said, man, I know you would have explained to me and you give me some advice. But stop doing what doing. You say, what man? I'm in a tight position. And one of us get a 200 for borrow. You know what she's trying to say? What you do for me money? She can't just give you $200. I said this, but trying to explain this to me last time. Because you trying to take bread out of my mouth and can't give me biscuit.
No, but that, by the end of the day, that's just our opinion. That's just our opinion. Just like I said, it's our opinion, and that's your
Job issue the number to call, please.
that's your job, right? That's what you do, and like I said,
Just a moment. Some people are asking for the number. It's 622-2485, and it's up on the screen. 622-2485, and
Do 2485. Yeah, I'll call WhatsApp if you want.
622-2485. You can call WhatsApp.
All the numbers are on the screen now.
Yeah.
there's I mean, conversations like these are very important, but it's deeper, and
Of course it is.
it goes in the Western world, because I see a comment just now when
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
said about the Western world. The culture that we're living, and I used this before, the culture that we're living is not even we culture.
Man,
We
listen.
just adapted.
Yeah, but listen, before you go down the road, let me break it down simpler than this whole topic we're dealing with. I was in the States, walking down the road, and I decide I can say good day or good afternoon to everybody I see. Right? No. Out of 10 people, 1 or 2 responded. The rest, out of the rest, 1 person. The rest didn't answer, 1 person passed me and turned back and said, "You talking to me?" After I said, "Yeah, just saying, good afternoon." "Why are you talking to me?
Right.
Do you know me?"
Aggressive.
"I don't have to know you to say good afternoon." "No, I don't know you. Don't talk to me."
Because it's
That happened to me when I went on the bus. Everybody watching me.
culture is different, and we're now forced with a lot of things that is not of us. Because why you think is go back is people say you go back to grandma days or grandparents and all these kind of things. Because there's a lot of things that we don't know about. So when you find these things coming into society now, it's gonna have a challenge. Because it's not what you were brought up to know.
Well, brother, that catch me, twist me upside down and drop me from here.
So
I don't know how to feel.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how to respond.
This goal that, like I said, there was a town hall meeting where the community was talking about equal rights and the fight for the rights, and there were some people in the community that were saying that, listen, it's fine we fighting for rights, but you can't force that on someone else and force them to accept it. You understand? Because
Straight.
when it comes down now to your children and these kind of things, bro, right?
Family.
When you grow up and you make your choice, that's your choice. But let everybody else be free to make whatever choice.
There's a comment you need
I
to read
just
there.
learned.
Yeah, I seen there's another Gopal, but we related.
Yes, and it's just as you know.
So Lekram Gopal is saying,
Hold on, Mr. Astel Collins.
Mistake. It was a mistake.
Oh, all right.
"Car by mistake." Alright. Lekram Gopal is saying, "So if I choose to be a thief, you'll respect me after stealing from you?"
You can't respect you.
That's the question.
But like I said again.
So Lekram, you just joined the conversation, right?
So like listen, if
Because
this man
Jomo
choose to
said
be
it
a thief,
before.
If this man choose to be a thief, that's each choice. You don't have to like it.
That's what he's saying.
All right, let's
You understand? You don't have to like it.
let's
That's what
pause
they
for a
say
call.
all the
We
time.
got our very good friend, Mr. Brendan. Brendan is living overseas, and he's always we're very happy to have you on the program. Welcome.
Good night, Lyndon and company.
Good night.
Respect a man.
Yes. The question is, which part of the world you living? I think, Lyndon, you asking this question from the Western world point of view, or the Western world rule, right? As I said, I made a comment.
we have to respect the choices of the western part. But what happens? Let's say, can you ask a question in the eastern part, or the eastern states, where certain religion are against that, and so
We
on.
live in South,
You could
the
be-
South.
You,
So,
you could be prosecuted for doing that. You know, so. And when the eastern part, yes,
okay, I hear you.
that's my point. And I see nobody is calling them, man. People fight for calling. Huh?
Yeah. This is a topic people have run from.
It's there, and people don't want to answer. They have the views, but they don't want to answer.
Yeah, but
I think quite a few people
pertaining to the
Yeah.
topic as we have you here, my view is, even though that you have prosecution, you can be prosecuted for being somebody different. It doesn't mean you're not different. They're going to still got people that are different. It's just that they're going to be scared to come out because they don't want to be prosecuted.
And Mr. Gopal asked a question just now as well that I really would like to be addressed.
What question is that?
You read the
The dude says, Lekram Gopal says, if he chooses to be a thief, you'll respect me, and after stealing, will you respect me after stealing from you, basically.
I already answered.
Oh, you did?
Oh, he did.
I say if the man is a thief, that's his choice, but you don't have to respect.
That's
You
why I
don't
said
like it.
he just came in
The choice
because
is yours.
he answered
You
it
understand?
before.
The choice is
It's
yours.
your choice to be that, but it's my choice to be
and then they
against
could-
that.
and
And
then
you have
they
to
could
respect
choose to
that
forgive
choice
me.
too.
Right.
Right.
Then they could choose for forgiveness also
Yeah, you
too.
could-
For lucky up though.
Brendan, are you saying something?
Right, then you gonna forgive me later on for locking you up for thieving me, but
Right.
Then have we reached to forgiveness yet?
no, both of you forgive one another.
Sometimes situations.
But we said that already too. We use all of these things already.
Bring back with teeth.
We use all of these
Some people grow up.
situations where, you
Some
know.
people grow up in family with family members who do them things and all these things. Yes, and you know,
Yes,
me,
I
like
know.
Forgive them too.
they reach a point that this is their choice.
This is what I know.
This
Yeah,
don't
Brendan.
happen to me. Like
Hold
they
on.
can't forget it.
I'm
Yes,
going to make one more point before I come off. I'm still listening to you guys. Mr. Gopal, Kunchi, and Jomo, and
We call us sunflower.
Flowers.
Sunflower. Respect to you all, right? You all represent your well. One more thing. Dealing with the question, right? When they say, should pastors speak against it or not? In the Bible, when somebody said that the Bible was written by man, the Bible was written by man, inspired by God, right? Men are inspired by
It's
God.
God's word.
Right. This question goes way back to, okay, deep down, back in the ancient days. Example, Solomon Gomorrah. There's a story that was told there with Lot and his wife. Remember she looked back and what happened?
Yeah.
She told herself. So some people, I'm thinking for me, are going to look at that as an example of what's wrong and what's right. That's all I'm saying now. Good night.
Good night, sir. But I want you to know people will still eat salt.
Me only problem is
Thank you very much, Brendan. Brendan, thanks a lot.
me only problem is get when it comes to the Bible. If it's one Bible we read it from, why all these different people got disbelief? Okay, you might get your own meaning. You got your
Different
own meaning.
denomination.
And
Because we are not the same person.
There's a different.
You see that? That's
Everybody interprets it
That's a
to benefit
total
themselves.
different thing, and it all comes down back to the thing that I said. We're in a systematic world. Everything is programmed to be the way it is, but you have your free mind, thinking, have a choice to know what is right and what is wrong, and that comes from what you feel. Because like I some man would see a man walking down with a chain is snatching. I would look at a man with a chain and I wouldn't think of that, right? And then you have another man would be in a situation that he can't feed the child because he's put into that situation to make him become what he is. And there's a choice he don't want, because I've been in an experience where a virgin come to me with the handbrake. He come with a bag with some groceries. Say, "By Jomo, my child mother, boy." Every time I go to shit, just tell me, cuss me up like a dog and tell me I a low life and all this thing, and I just snatch on my phone, Jumo, and I hurt, I vex, I do this, I didn't want to do this. So this is some of the things that we are faced with in society that make people choose at times. Some people choose it for style, some choose it for wickedness. You understand? So this is the kind of society we're in, because the things that you might not do, somebody else would do. Right? And it all comes down to the system and the programming. If you look at the cartoons that they show today, right? You couldn't see them things back in the day when you're looking at cartoons.
Very right. It's very
if you look,
and you know Tom and Jerry and Bugs Bunny.
if you look at the TV shows, at the TV shows today, right? The books and every single thing, it is geared to that section to force your mind to accept it. This is length and the levels. So you can't tell somebody not to be angry. They respect you for what you want to do. They respect you enough. But when you come to that next level now, it's like a man standing up in front of the gate and rowing in. Go Paul, boy, if you only come outside. But he ain't going inside, you know. Because you know if you go inside, in your premises, and then he threatening and you could do what you want to do. So he's smart enough to stay outside. So my thing is, as much as you want the same acceptance and the same respect, respect others too.
Stay out the yard.
Respect.
You know, at one point I wanted to be a thief.
Hold on.
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Why?
All right, I'm gonna get to a scenario. The friends them that I was rolling with, they was thieves.
So it was almost a product of your surroundings.
Wait. The second time, nothing was going on for me. No money, no nothing. I called one my friend who was a thief. I said, "Bye. I feel that I want to come in a game." And at that time, there was scattering thief while Wesley was laying down. The man said, "I come in the game and you want to go in the game?" The man said, "You want me yourself."
You making joke.
I was dead serious. I was offered. When pressure, nothing happening for me. I was offered to traffic stuff. I sit down and I study. I say, if I get catch, a woman get a man, or my daughter get a stepfather. So
And
you know
you
what?
get the man.
We did reach that. I didn't go
Change your mind.
I didn't go that far, but you know me. I think of the outcome. You know me. And listen, I can speak of a lot of things from. I work in prison. I see a lot. You know me. I see a lot of macho man.
No, hold on. I didn't know this, and I'm sure a lot of people looking didn't know this. You work in prison. You used to do plat here?
No, he was a prisoner.
No, I was a prison officer.
No, I gotta ask.
Here's a job in prison also. To who gonna plait here?
Well, I'm asking. So you're a prison officer.
They got men who's plait here.
So you got training in martial arts and kung fu and everything?
I was well trained in the army. Well,
So a military officer?
military. Officer.
Well, look at that.
I
Thank you for
I
your
went through the
service.
training. So I have seen a lot working in prison, a lot of macho men. I mean, at nights, you don't see them on their bed.
Oh no.
They love up and all these things. There's so much I have seen in this world.
So hold on. Question. You wanted to be in the game, so to speak, before being a prison officer or after?
Before. Yeah, because what happened, I would have leave the army without consent. So, you know, and most of the places was giving you good jobs. You got to get dismissal letter.
Okay, so you
So-
was dishonorably discharged.
No,
so to
I just leave. I told him I was
So you went
gonna leave.
AWOL.
I didn't went AWOL, I went away.
All right. So basically, what changed your mind from doing that is your wife and your daughter.
No, not no wife. I wasn't
Well,
married.
girl and
I'm
daughter.
talking of my first child mother, you know what I mean? Because everything got a consequences. No matter what we do, there's a consequence at the end. And I didn't want to risk, as you said, risk all of the, you know, me, child got to live without a father. If you notice the song I sing, My Life, I speak about it, I was singing about my first daughter. You know what I mean? I had to make that choice because I didn't want to go down that road. Then she got to grow up without a father. You know what I mean?
So we end up doing.
Huh?
I mean, at that time, not the respectable, you know, transgender person people know now.
No. Hold
on. Give me 1 second. 1 second, please. 1 second.
The crime is there again?
The crime said, but but
You said
I
you respect.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, I respect your choice.
You
But
respect
I
the
don't,
bad
but
choice
I don't
as
have
a
to
thief.
like your choice.
So you respect the bad choice as a
No.
thief?
That's
No, but that's what he's saying. If you choose to be a thief, that's you.
You are dealing with it, and you
That's
are
you.
dealing with the consequences.
I respect you
don't
being
come
what
in
you
my
want to
yard.
be, but don't expect me to like
No,
being what you are.
Don't come in my yard.
That's what he's
How
saying.
would you respect
a thief. That's his choice.
because he chooses it, you respect it?
This
I
is
respect your choice.
I respect his choice.
Because wherever at the end of the day, wherever happens to he.
Hold on, wait.
No.
I got a question for you.
Society.
I got a question for you.
Society
You
don't
never had a
respect
friend
him,
that you know was a thief?
And I didn't respect what I did. I didn't respect the
What are you
choice.
saying?
But society
Go, you answer the
does not-
question. So don't
I
answer
did
it.
not respect the
Don't
choice.
ask it. But we just say that.
The
But,
way-
but was it a friend?
Yes.
It
So
was
I
a
didn't get
friend.
I didn't get rid of the friend. No, that he's a thief.
I told him plain.
No, but why they cut off?
It talked to people when they all we need forgiveness, right? But I talked to him and I explained to him that that's not the right road for going. If you can't line with me, buddy, if you're going down them road there, if you're doing things like that, I would disassociate myself from you. Show me a company, tell you who you are. Boys of a feather.
Because I got
You nearly got fed about it.
so because I got friends, this how they classify, you know. If you're a friend with a thief, you're a thief.
Yeah,
If you're a friend with a thief, you're a thief.
Well, basically,
Yeah,
society
they-
sees
That's
it.
what he's saying. That's how
That's how
society
society
sees
sees it.
But
At the
But
end of
they're
the day,
not all treated the same. They're not all
you.
just
Being
the
who
same
we
or
are,
treated the same.
being who we are, I can guarantee this. We all have friends that are good, bad, and indifferent. Because I do.
I do too.
we do. We
Family
all
members
do.
too.
And then we got friends who we don't know.
Right.
That's the-
That part.
You understand?
You know
Because
it.
at the end of the day, you just find out in the worst way. And when you do find out, you know, you say, "Whoa, I didn't know." So it's like I say, you don't have to like.
We have a caller.
Yellow.
My very good friend Andre. What's up, Andre?
Yeah, I'm good. I was in and out of the program in terms of watching it. I'm gonna watch the place of work. So the question is, how does society, or how should society look at someone's sexual preference?
Yeah, the question is
That's in a nutshell.
how should society respond to people's sexual choices?
I want to know what society got to do with that. I think it's a personal choice. You know, people are generally a part of society, but it's a personal choice. So it's not society's business as such. But we know that society would be judgmental on one's choice. And therein lies the problem and the hypocrisy of what is going on, because many persons in society who call judgment on such folks, they themselves would be in behind doors participating in all kind of activities similar to what these guys might be participating in with their choice. So it's a very hypocritical thing. Whether we debate whether people whether ones were born like that, whether they acquire it through abuse or what have you, it can be quite controversial. But we know people like people benefit a lot from displaying such characters at this point in time, and it is something that is adjusted easily when clothed and displayed on stage in these days. But yet people want to be judgmental and be very derogatory because of people's choice. That's their choice. I'm not. You're not here to judge, or you're not here to offer an opinion. But just respect whatever people are and deal with it.
All right, sir. Well said, and I thank you for your contribution.
All right, you guys have a good night. Enjoy the show.
All
Yeah,
right.
you too. Yeah,
You
man.
see, that's what I'm talking about. We want to let people understand that they have a right to their choice. They have a right to
Once you're living in the Western
their
world.
opinion. Not wherever you live. You
No,
have
no,
a
no,
right.
no, no.
I
That's
know
not true.
it's
Saudi Arabia.
It's
Them
not
people
allowed.
not China.
You have a right, but it's not allowed in
Serious.
certain places. You're not giving your rights in certain places. We're not talking about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's a whole different thing, right? But for those of us who have a choice, you have a right to think how you want to think, behave how you want to behave. And in terms of your sexual preferences, it's all up to you. I do believe that even the people who are very religious and attached to the Bibles and so on, they must be attached to all parts of the Bible as well. I said that they must not be the judge, and that they should leave that judgment to the Creator. Just like how you believe in the other parts, believe in that part as well. I don't like people judging me or, telling me how to live my life. And with all fairness, I don't think that that's what people should be doing to others. You make your choice. Having said that, though, I strongly believe that as men, we should not be afraid to speak on what is right and what is wrong. We should not be afraid to set standards as to which one must live by. Because if you allow us human beings to do whatever we want and tell yourself that we're going to respect it and not say anything, we're going to live in a chaotic, wild west. We've had that kind of past before. And we try to put laws, international laws, and even parts of that Bible say, give unto Caesar's what is Caesar's. It speaks to allowing what's like the laws of the land. You must respect that. We must respect the laws of our country. We live here.
Now, mounted
Right?
things going through me
Right.
right now. I can see
we
the
must
joke
we
too.
must respect those laws. But that don't mean that we got to believe in it. So if you have a choice of sexual preferences, in my mind, and I'm not saying that, remember, my word is not to be taken as gospel. I'm not imposing it upon you. I am saying I like to speak my truth. I like to be able to express myself. And if I had a choice, if I had a role as a pastor or a teacher, I would set standards in my society. I will talk against ills of society.
Would you talk against it?
Yes.
What would you say?
I would say that I don't think that that's right.
It's not
I
right.
don't know. If I know.
It's not right to have a
if-
sexual preference.
No, I'm talking about like. Of course, you got a right to. have a
That's what I'm
sexual
asking you.
Right.
I'm asking you the question you asked me.
Sorry.
I'm asking you the question you asked me.
I didn't really realize that.
Should a pastor
Everybody should get right to the sexual.
should a pastor speak against it?
Yes.
Speak against
Yes.
someone with a sexual preference?
Yes, and I'm telling you why. I'm telling you why. He is preaching the gospel. He is preaching the word of God. He is supposed to go out there and spread the word of God. That's his duty. That's what he's called for. He cannot preach and then skip a part or be afraid to talk about a certain
The
part.
whole book.
Right? If you are a pastor, you're afraid to talk about homosexuality and things like that. But what you shouldn't do is to condemn a gay person, which a lot of pastors don't do. They'll talk against it, but they wouldn't condemn that person. They will talk to that person. They will preach to that person. And they will talk the truth, but they will not condemn that person. They will not go out there and make that person's life uncomfortable. As a matter of fact, they'll welcome that person into the church. You understand me? And try to teach them, well, that's what I think they should do. And try to teach them the right. You understand me? Teach them, try to comfort them, try to explain to them. That thing is yet to be explained or for everyone to understand. What is the situation? Who feels it knows it. Who in it, they know it. And some people claim to me with all honesty that this is not a choice they made. That was the way the genes are and how they were brought. So I am no judge. I'm not going to point finger at those people. I'm not going to tell them how to live their life, because I know the same judgment, the same finger that I point at them, it will be pointed back at me for things that I do as well. I learned to live my life by forgiving, because I want to be forgiven. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life as well, and I want to be forgiven. So I forgive people easily, and I am not going to discriminate against a man that's living his life a certain way. A thief, those are moral things that we should understand. I'll talk against that. I will stand up against that. I will set standards for my children and generation to come that we should not indulge in certain kind of behavior, right? Don't be unfair to your brothers and sisters. I will stand up and I will preach those things. I will teach those things and set a standard for the community and the new generation that is coming. I'll talk against those things. I'll be lucidly clear to stand up and fight against people who want to create ills in society. I will always be that person, and you don't have to like me, but I will never be afraid to speak my truth.
But
however, you better believe it. If you get a choice, a sexual preference, and there's you choice, you better believe it. You live in your life comfortable. I will be your friend, and I will talk to you. I've got a lot of homos, people in the LGBTQ community. I got a lot of friends that I line with, hang out with, and know them. You understand me? But if you ask me the conversation, I would never encourage it or believe or tell them that they right or anything like that. I said, buddy, you understand me? In my belief, in my opinion, that's how I start. Because I don't have the answer.
But
I don't believe I am the person. I've never studied in depth with anything like that. I don't know the truth, so I wouldn't come against them.
We back at the same point.
It's the whole point to make it. It's the subject of the show.
Yeah, but we have been saying this all the time, and you've actually now saying what we've been saying. That's why I was waiting for somebody to ask the question. I will go for asking, but Chrissy jumped the gun, but it's good. Because you were asking us, but the question now went back to you, and you actually were saying what we were saying, right? Which is you as a pastor would speak out against it and say, well, that is not right or whatever, because you're preaching whatever. And that is what we've been saying. So we come back to the same thing. We've been saying that. We've been saying that on many levels. But at the end of the day,
I hear you. You say you respect people for their choice. That's why you go by.
That's what you've been saying too.
Don't mix me up. Then now I say it.
Alright, but let me just end this.
I'm not saying I respect a man.
Just listen this though. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter where or what we believe or what we choose to respect or what. There is such a thing as right and wrong.
Who right?
Hold on. And if you go deeper than where we are, because we're just talking about society, normal day conversations. If we look deeper into that, which I wouldn't want to do now, if you go deeper into that, you will see certain actions is against nature of itself. So Your choice is your choice, right? How you choose to live, you live. You respect a person for the choices, but you don't have to like it. And the same person, no, but you said it too. and then again, my last point. The same way you want people to respect you for who you are, you respect them the same way, so we wouldn't fight. Just as how you and Sir had a understanding and a respect. There's other people in the same space that have that kind of respect also. You understand? So in order to get to where you want it to be, because I see where you're going, where you want it to be, it has to be balance. It has to be respect, not just halfway, but both ways.
Mutual, yeah.
Mutual. And this is my point. None there.
Well, I just want to make it clear, because just one more time, in case, because you said just now, I ain't respecting nobody that
Thiefing. That's all I like, thief.
And thief is just something that someone is stealing.
Like I said,
Listen to me. I don't want nobody don't tell me but thief and the conversation wasn't no. If you choose to do some real trouble in this guy, but the conversation wasn't
drive recklessly, drink, abuse, I must respect.
Just as how somebody don't like what you're speaking about is in the same context, but you have to respect it.
No.
Alright.
You don't have to respect people who are doing nonsense. You mixing me up. I never say, I say standing up against certain things.
You have to. So that's why you have to respect.
You know, before we fight,
but it's not
we can go to a little break here so right now, and we can come back because I get passionate.
About your blood boiling up.
Let me take a drink, man. Cheers. And we gonna wrap up the program when we come back. Let me just take a quick break. Thank you guys for your contribution. And thanks to everybody that making a contribution on the Facebook. We're looking forward to having another call, okay?
I just want to make sure I drink out everything because it's free. Hey, don't make me do that.
You and Stan, the one from over, so try giving me something. But what? Coming in, right? Hey, why don't come in here? Yeah, the man is crossing over there. That man is cross, buddy. Hey, you want that man as friend? You want that man as friend? That man is not no friend, buddy.
I got this story for you.
I don't tell you about it, I'm friend.
Let me tell you about my life. Let me tell you about my life. Let me tell you about my life. Me and a friend and they tell me let we do bad. Me stop and think of my little daughter, oh God. Whatever happened if me like her way, she's still smart. She wouldn't have a father figure and that's so sad. Me turn around and think for a moment. What I'm doing, is it really gonna worth it? Jail life is not no fix, so don't you chose it. The life you live, it depends how you live it. Watch your friends in the company you roll with. They could get you in a trouble, you don't know it. Change your life and start to think positive. Change your life and start to think positive. At the age of 14, I was left alone. When my father died, he was my only hope. He teach me how to walk and ride, and so that's the reason why I'm gonna tell you about my life. Whoa, my life. Let me tell you about my life. It wasn't easy. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't easy. Do you know what I mean? Oh, my life. So what you know about hungry belly? Tell me. Salt and rice, can't find mommy. Yeah, I never know about fancy shoes. Me have to peep through the neighbor window to watch the news. Me swear that my kids won't go through that. 9 to 5, 5 to 12 o'clock. Man, I work hard, always on the block. Even though the fight it not stop. It's my life, oh my life, my life. Let me tell you about my life. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Oh my life. Me had a friend and they tell me let we do bad. Me stop and think of my little daughter. Oh God, whatever happened if me lock her when she's still small. She wouldn't have a father figure and that's so sad. Me turn around and think for a moment. What I'm doing, is it really gonna worth it? Jail life ain't no fix, so don't you lose it. The life you live, it depends how you live it. My life, whoa, my life. Let me tell you about my life. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Oh, my life. My life. Oh, my life. It wasn't easy.
Forever, luxury and wealth is your character. She run from a 80 wagon and gone with a 4-wheel van. Now all of the money done, she end up with a taxi man.
Hi, girl.
Girl? Who you calling girl? Like you date the next man or what?
No, babes. It's Keisha.
Hello? Yo, who you there?
Beyonce and me just come out for a little drive. What happened?
It's Keisha? Let me talk to she.
Hey, don't let me vex it, you know. Father, what were you there? I come in and reach you now.
Girl, it's who you're talking to. Like you fella trying to make me a clown or what?
Girl, Keisha, you understand what to tell you?
You pass me, girl. You pass me. And I could hear the background like if I'm another man in the background. I sense another man. You can't tell me that you're not no man, girl. What you really trying to tell me? Why you just silent on the phone? Speak now.
La 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 why again? She run from a 80 wagon and gone with a 4-wheel van. Now all of the money done, she end up with a taxi man. She run from a 80 wagon and gone with a 4-wheel van. Now all of the money done, she end up with a taxi man.
Me baptized to do what
Free money don't last.
Me ready for them lifestyle, yeah?
All right. Well, welcome back. We can go on and on with this conversation. And the thing is that we ask for everybody's view. So, don't mind we arguing or we rowing it, sir. I had to take a break so I could punch Jomo, so I don't want to look violent.
Your nose look bigger than me when
I violent, right? But the truth is, the truth is that we respect everybody's view and opinion, and you have the right to it. Now you got a choice. You can make your choice. You can pick out all that we've said. I'm happy that we had this discussion. It goes to help others to know how they should operate in society. Whenever you choose to do whatever you do out of what we spoke about. And later on in the program, as we continue to do this program, I'm hoping to get specialists, people who study in these areas, and that can give us a conclusion as to how we should truly operate. My view, however, is that we should come to our own conclusion according to what we would have learned and what makes sense to, at the end of the day, it will make sense to you. So, respect all our viewers that commented, all those who called, thank you so very much. And I want to thank the group of people here, my friends. Couldn't you eat more than anything else? Right?
That was part of the program.
Guys, you had fun.
The man program is come up. I got a question for you. Seeing that you bring in a specialist for deal with certain things later down, or you have the intentions of bringing specialists to deal with topics. I want to know who can be a specialized thief.
I remember we want to know if it's a politician he bring up. We're doing this program in terms of fun as well, so that we can skin with teeth and have a good time. While at the same time,
Steve country.
While at the same time, you know, we make sure that we keep it factual and so on, right? This is going to be a program aired every Tuesday and Thursday for now. We can do a lot of other programs in between. And there are times when we can do like a musical program where we can come on and entertain people in relation to music and so on, right? But Positive Vibes will be a program on the Guyana Community of Services is a help organization that we continue to support. And of course, Roy's Pharmacy, Payless Variety Stores, Paul, Importers and Distributors, we thank you all. And the lady behind our technical part there, Miss Maria Benchcop, thank you very much. Charles Stevenson, the man behind the cameras, thank you so very much for coming out. And the man Jomo. You know, Jomo, if you notice, Jomo got some wisdom that he brings out. You don't have to agree with him, but listen to what he's saying. You'll realize that he's a knowledgeable man, right? We got Sunflower. I thank you so much being the lone woman. We can have topics where we can be attacking women and so on.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
You're sure you're ready?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Let me start.
So now. I'm asking you live if you're gonna come on back on the program and things like that, right?
Sure.
All right, Kunchi, You're gonna come and hang out with
Man,
me?
you know me already.
As long as I get nothing, so you
Yeah, but
Any podcast
cashew
star.
nut.
Yeah.
Cashew nut.
Not
Cashew
your
nut.
But we gotta get
Yeah.
cashew
And
nut.
some
Hey, man, you should have just,
Yes,
you should have just catch you in nut and give me it look.
He said, boy, but he mean motor, eh?
At the big
we have
one.
one until the chicken and then thing. You know what I mean? It's spice. It give you that momental too.
Do you like the way that we carry on the program and anything to recommend? We have some fun. And
Yeah, just the
Suggestion box.
the whole idea.
the cutters and
The man miss cutters.
Some more refreshment.
We will continue to have fun on this program. Joe?
For me, I
Final
want to
words.
say thanks to be here. Thanks for being here, being invited. I think more conversations like these need to be added, even though it's fun and stuff like that.
We need to talk about these things.
and then there's some conversations that will be more serious than some, and you know it must be a balance.
Yeah,
You
okay.
know where you balance it, because you know you don't want to. It seems like it's an attack or it's a favor.
Oh no! Thank you, Jomo.
No, yeah. So it's like when it comes to topics, you know, there's
share reviews.
a lot of things
Don't vex
that
with me.
you could touch on, and then there's a lot of young people, like, you know, youngsters today in society, where you could contact and have conversations with them also. These are some of my recommendations for, you know, a positive vibe. And see how they think.
That's the name of the
Right,
program.
see how they
Unfiltered. Unfiltered
and
as
see how
well.
they feel about certain
Yes.
things. So you could have a better understanding of them
get the views from different.
and now.
So that's why we have the numbers up on the screen.
Yeah,
So
we just
as
want
we
more
grow,
callers.
As we grow, we get people to call in and share
Share
their
the view,
views.
man.
I mean, all of us might be on a similar page, but there might be somebody looking that's totally against everything that we're for.
And we would like them to share it,
Right? And
so
nothing
we
is
can be
wrong with
wiser.
that. Nothing
we can
is wrong.
learn.
The bottom line at the end of the day is to, as Jomo said, respect everybody's views and opinions. Right? So if you have an opinion, if you have a view and it's yours, we respect it. I mean, you ain't right, you're wrong, we ain't right, we ain't wrong. It's an opinion. Share it.
Yeah.
Bring it up. Pick up the phone.
Like
call.
Jomo, respect the thief.
Respect the
Respect
team.
the thief's choice. Defense.
If you call it
Let me know what I know again. Thanks, Maria Benchop. Maria is the operator here. Thank you very much. Thanks to all our sponsors, man. And we're looking forward for your support. You don't have to have a business or something for us to advertise. If you want to see more conversation, with which we can try to mend our society in our own little way. And see, you know what is beautiful about this? This is the people that you love and, you know, would make you, keep you entertained. Hear the view and in layman terms, you know, grassroots, and we talk about things. A lot more this should happen. A lot more talking, communicating. Let us talk about our ills of society, and let us see if we can mend our society in our own little way, because we all got something to say, man. Something important to say. And we ain't gonna just pass through life. We can say with peace. And if we can do it, you know, there's so many things on social media now that's negative, right? So if they got something positive happening, people encourage others to tune in. We doing something positive. We believe it's right that we can talk to the community. We can talk to the general public. We can try to help people through our conversations. So please, support what's happening positively. A simple share, a simple staying in the program, giving a call, or if you want to make a contribution financially to the program, we can like it as well, so that we people who come on the gaff, we could give them
every week,
things
you know,
like that. You understand me? I'm willing. All right, yeah.
Talk, communicate, and edutain.
All right, good. So big up yourself. Here's where we gotta go.
Right. Talk, communicate.
Boom.
Just
Thank you
invent a
very
word.
much.
So we getting these snacks them after.
Yeah. How you feel about eating wood?
We have the program. Second 7.
I forget to tell you that the circus still there in town and I got to carry them children to the circus, so I'm gonna get money for carry them.
Excuse me. Last week when they went by me, I carried them to the circus. So you might worry about it.
I didn't get to buy kites for them, and you know it's still Easter time, man. It's April, so I go and buy 2 kites for them, and it's weekend.
Stacy, Easter done.
Yeah,
Plus, I carry them out Easter Sunday and Easter Monday when you been liming with your friends.
You see, I was to tell you that the meter they low, and it gonna cut off anytime. It might cut off tonight, tomorrow morning, and you know them children. If them ain't got no light, the skin got hard because the fan can't walk, they can't get to use the tablet, they can't get to use the TV or nothing. So I'm gonna forget little money for putting little credit in the meter for me. Thanks. Cause you know they're little fidgety and so on, and I never forget nagging me. So please you gotta give me some money, man.
How much money you gotta get for putting in the meter?
Well, you could left like the 20,000.
What?
Yeah, I don't put all in the meter, but I mean like they're gonna want little more ice cream and thing and so on.
Listen,
this weekend.
yesterday I went to Sterling and I got igloo ice cream. I'll pack up in the fridge.
Man, Bakina, man, you know them children love Sterling ice cream and just eat it out. So it's weekend and they're gonna want more. Just give me the money.
By the basin in there, Stacy.
Well, you know, I tell them that I'm gonna bring home KFC for them, so they're gonna get KFC too. Just give me the 20,000 and I'm put in the light and things. So
Stacy, I'll give you money for the light.
I love you a long time, man. Just give me for the light and the KFC.
No. Yesterday when they went to get ice cream, they had ice cream and chicken from KFC.
Well, they want more. You can't say no to the children then.
Stacy, hold this.
You gotta give me one more.
Stacy.
From Nakino, one more alone gonna walk on. Thanks. I'll see you later, right?
But wait, Stacy.
Hi.
You want a prepaid meter?
Oh well, it's true, you know, but what happened, right? I'm gonna put on the light, right? I'm gonna pay light, Kino. Kino gonna pay light,